Okay, so we had one final type of problem that we needed to learn how to do when it came to arcs and chords. We'd used two of the properties that we learned. We hadn't used the third property. The third property is that chords that are equidistant from the center are congruent. So the first thing I notice here on number 8 is that TH has a length of 8, and HU also has a length of 8. So those two segments are congruent. That means that chord QP and RS are congruent. This chord here is congruent to this chord here. Because H is the center, and we have the same distance from H to this chord as we do from H to the other chord. It is the same length, same distance away. So we have that PQ is congruent to RS. So the length of PQ is equal to the length of RS. The length of PQ is 3x minus 4. And the length of RS is 14. And now we solve this for x. So I'm going to add 4 to both sides. 14 plus 4 would give me what? 18. So 3x equals 18. And then we divide both sides by 3. What is 18 divided by 3? 6, yes. So x is 6. All right. And then we come down here to number 9. Number 9 says that segment CE and segment FH both have a length of 48. So this right here is 48. And this down here is 48. So we know that these two chords are congruent. That means that the chords are equidistant from the center. So that means that DP is congruent to PG. So the length from D to P is equal to the length from P to G. What do we have for the length of DP? 6x minus 3. And what about the length of PG? 3x plus 6. So now we're going to solve this for x. So I'm going to subtract 3x from both sides so that I get my x's to the same side. What is 6x minus 3x? 3x. So 3x minus 3 equals 6. And then we add 3 to both sides. 6 plus 3 gives me what? 9. So 3x equals 9. And then we divide both sides by 3. What is 9 divided by 3? 3. So x is 3. Is that what I was supposed to find on this problem? No. What am I supposed to find? PG. And PG was 3x plus 6. And we just figured out that x is how big? So 3 times 3 plus 6. 3 times 3 gives me 9. And 9 plus 6 is how much? 15. So PG is 15. Nicely done. That is how you would have done the last two problems on the homework. They are equidistant from the center, so the chords would be congruent if the distance was the same from the center. And if the chords are congruent, then the distance is the same from the center. All right, let's go ahead and flip it over to page 7 now. Starting on page 7 is where we are going to be looking at stuff that you will be using for your next homework. We're going to talk about inscribed angles here. An inscribed angle is an angle formed by two chords with a common endpoint. Two chords with a common endpoint. And the vertex is on the circle. So an example of an inscribed angle would be something like this. Call this A, B, and C. Angle ABC is an inscribed angle. If an angle is inscribed on a circle, good morning, thank you, then the measure of the angle equals half the measure of its intercepted arc. So if I have an inscribed angle in a circle, then the angle is half of the arc. So if I was going to write that down in equation form, I would say that the measure of angle ABC is equal to half the measure of arc AC. Yep. Can you have an eraser? Yeah. Let me see if I have one. There we go. All right. If we have more than one inscribed angle on a circle and they intercept to the same arc, then those angles are congruent. You're welcome. If they intercept the same arc, then the angles are congruent. All right. Let's see if we can use this information now to solve a couple problems. Let's look at number 2. It says to find each measure. The first one that we want is arc CF. Here's arc CF. We want that measurement right there. In order to find that arc measurement, I don't have a central angle. I don't have an angle with a vertex at the center of this circle. So what I can do is from this point C and this point F, I'm going to follow this line back here to D. This would be a diameter because it goes through the center. And then I'm going to follow C back to that same point. Do you guys see the angle that I outlined in orange right here? That angle will tell me about this arc because this is an inscribed angle on the circle. And it tells me right here that this angle is 40 degrees. If I have an inscribed angle, the angle is half of the arc. So if the angle is half the arc, then 2 times the measure of the angle will give me the measurement of the arc. Here I know the measurement of the angle. I know the angle is 40 degrees. The arc is twice as big. 80 degrees, yes. The measurement of arc CF is equal to 2 times the measure of angle CDF. So the measure of arc CF is equal to 2 times 40 degrees. So arc CF is 80 degrees. Okay. You guys okay with how we got that one? Kind of. All right. I'm going to erase what I have drawn on the circle so that we can go look at this next one and we don't have too much going on in the same picture at the same time. Are you guys okay if I erase that? All right. So now on part B, it says we want the measurement of angle C. Well, this right here would be angle C, because C would have to be the vertex. The arc that it is intercepting is this one right over here, arc DE. I know that the measurement of the angle is half the measurement of the arc that it is intercepting. And we said it was intercepting arc DE. How big is arc DE? 98 degrees. So angle C is half of 98 degrees. What is half of 98 degrees? How much? 49 degrees, yes. In this section that we're working on right now, that we're starting today and we'll finish up on Tuesday, highlighters and or colored pencils are going to be really helpful so that you can identify the angles and the arcs that are being intercepted by those angles. Let's look down at number 3. Find the given angle measures. They want us to find the measurement of angle A. Well, that's angle A because it has A as the vertex. And it is intercepting this arc right here. Is there another angle that is intercepting that exact same arc? What is the other angle that's intercepting this arc? Angle D, yes. Angle A and angle D intercept the same arc. So they are congruent. So that means the measure of angle A is equal to the measure of angle D. Angle A is 5x minus 12. How big is angle D? 3x plus 2. And now we're going to solve this for x. So I'm going to subtract 3x from both sides. I get 2x minus 12 equals 2. Then we're going to add 12 to both sides. 2 plus 12 gives me what? 14. Thank you. Good morning. So I have 2x equals 14, and then I divide both sides by 2, and I get that x is what? X is 7. But they didn't ask me to find x, they asked me to find the measurement of angle A. The measurement of angle A is 5x minus 12. So we're going to substitute in the 7 that we found for x, so 5 times 7 minus 12. What is 5 times 7? 35. So we have 35 minus 12. So how big is angle A? 23 degrees. This is an angle, so I'm going to put degrees with my answer. Let's look at part B. We want to find the measurement of angle T. Well, angle T has its vertex at T, so that would be angle T. What is the arc that angle T is intercepting? What is the arc that angle T is intercepting? SV, this arc right here. And there's another angle that's intercepting that same arc. What other angle is intercepting the same arc? Angle U, yes. So angle T and angle U intercept the same arc. So that means that angle T is congruent to angle U. So the measurement of angle T is equal to the measurement of angle U. Angle T is 3x minus 5. How big is angle U? 2x plus 15. We're going to get our x's to the same side first, so I'm going to minus 2x from both sides. 3x minus 2x gives me 1x, so I have x minus 5 equals 15. And then we add 5 to both sides, so I get x is 20. And they wanted me to find the measurement of angle T, which was 3x minus 5. So I do 3 times 20 minus 5. What is 3 times 20? 60. And 60 minus 5? 55. So angle T is 55 degrees. Very nicely done. All right, let's look down at number 4 now. Number 4, part A, we want to find the measurement of angle ABC. Here's A, come back to B, and then over to C. What is the arc that's being intercepted by angle ABC? AC. And what's the relationship between the intercepted arc and the inscribed angle? Yes. So the measurement of angle ABC is equal to half the measurement of arc AC. Do we know how big arc AC is? How big is arc AC? 84 degrees, so I need half of 84 degrees. What is half of 84 degrees? 42. So the measurement of angle ABC is 42 degrees. All right. Question. If I start at a spot on a circle, like say I start here at R, and I go all the way around the circle, how many degrees is that? 360. Well, if I start right here and I go past this first arc, that's 60 degrees, right? Which leaves me with how many? 300, right? Because it's 360 all the way around. Well, then I go past this arc and it says it's 200 degrees. So how much do I have left? 100. So this arc over here must be 100 degrees because it's 360 all the way around. We are supposed to find the measurement of angle T. Well, here's angle T. What is the arc that it's intercepting? RS. So the measurement of angle T is equal to half the measurement of arc RS. And arc RS, we figured out just a moment ago, is how big? 100 degrees. So how big is angle T? 50, yes. Very nicely done. All right. I want to do number 5 and then call it a day. We'll call it a week at that point, and we will finish up the notes that you need to finish up the homework on Tuesday. Monday is your skills check. I will not be here on Monday. You will have a substitute that will give you the skills check on Monday. And the skills check only goes through homework 3. So the homework that you turned in today, it will only go through that information. So up through page 6. All right, let's look at number 5. We want to find arc QR. So this arc right here. What do you notice about chord SQ? It's a diameter because it goes right through the center. So if that's a diameter, how big is arc SRQ? (180). That would have to be 180 degrees. All right, now I'm looking at this angle right here because I know that that angle is how big? 47 degrees. So this arc right here would be twice as big. 2 times the measurement of angle P is equal to the measurement of arc SR. So I would do 2 times 47 degrees equals arc SR. What is 2 times 47? 94. Well, if I know arc SRQ is 180 degrees, and I know from S to R is 94, what could I do to find arc RQ? Absolutely correct. The measurement of arc RQ or QR doesn't really matter, but I'm going to write QR because that's the way the question is written, is equal to 180 minus 94. What is 180 minus 94? 86. So arc QR is 86 degrees. All right. We have one more problem to do, number 5, part B. They want me to find two different things here. They want me to find the measurement of angle B. That's this angle. And then they want me to find arc BD, the measurement of arc BD, this one right here. How would I find the measurement of angle B? Yep, it's going to be half of arc CD. How big is arc CD? 136. What is half of 136 degrees? 68. So the measurement of angle B is 68 degrees. Okay, we've done half of what they asked us for. And now we need arc BD. How big is chord BD? 5. How big is chord CB? Also 5. This goes along with homework 3 stuff, with stuff on the previous pages. If I know those two chords are the same size, what does that mean about these two arcs? They are the same size. And while I don't know how big either one of them is, I can call them both X, because I know they have to be the same as each other. And all the way around the circle is how many degrees? 360. So X plus X plus 136 equals 360. So I'm going to combine my like terms together. I'm also going to subtract 136 from both sides. What is 360 minus 136? So I have 2x equals 224. And then we divide both sides by 2. And what do we get? 112. So arc BD is 112 degrees. That is where we are going to stop for today. Your new homework that you picked up on your way in the door is due on Wednesday. Again, you have a skills check on Monday. Skills check on Monday. That'll go pages 1 through 6 in your notes. And then Tuesday, we will finish up the notes that you need for homework 4. And then the homework will be due on Wednesday.